Some streamers chase views.
I may fail, but if I fail, I want to die trying.
Others chase thrills. But a few in their pursuit of content ended up capturing something they never intended, their final moments on camera. These are the times when streamers and YouTubers filmed not just content, but the very moments that led to their tragic end. From the moment he appeared on screen, Greg Plitt radiated intensity. A fitness model, motivational speaker, actor, and former Army Ranger, he didn't just preach discipline, he embodied it. A graduate of West Point who had jumped from over 1,000 planes during his military career, Greg carried that same fire into the fitness world, transforming his YouTube channel into a platform of relentless motivation. Since 2009, Greg shared over 120 videos filled with raw grit, unwavering passion, and a message that resonated deeply. Train harder, think sharper, live without limits. He urged his followers to chase discomfort, to embrace pain as growth, and to never settle for less. Every word was delivered with conviction, and every clip was infused with the urgency of someone who refused to live a half-measured life.
Come on. Your all's a lot more than you know. You got more inside of you to give. Stop selling yourself so short.
But in January 2015, that very intensity led to a tragic and sudden end. While filming promotional footage for his fitness brand near train tracks in Burbank, California, Greg was struck and killed by a Metrolink commuter train. He had been running along the rails for a shot. Some say trying to outrun the train. Others believe he misjudged the track. He reportedly stumbled, possibly while carrying a camera, and couldn't recover in time. Witnesses, including one who saw security footage, described the chilling moment he vanished beneath the train's blur.
He had on all black, the train went by, I saw him, stumbled over the tracks, he had a camcorder in his hand, something like yours, and then that was it, the train stopped.
And you didn't see, you just saw him walking across the track?
Well, I saw him stumble over the tracks as the train was going by, and then it stopped right there.
Greg had previously filmed daring stunts, including push-ups on train tracks, as if danger itself was just another opponent to defeat. But this time, it proved fatal. Still, he wasn't the only one drawn to the iron rails as a stage for life's extremes. The YouTube channel Stobe the Hobo belonged to a man who lived simply, but wildly. James Stobe, known affectionately online as Stobe the Hobo, documented a life most people wouldn't dare imagine. His videos revolved around one thing: train hopping. He'd hitch rides on the backs of freight trains, camera in hand, letting the tracks carry him across the country. Stobe would narrate what he saw, throwing in bits of dry humor too.
Just a second, we'll be crossing the Red River into North Dakota and Fargo, which looks a little more interesting.
But make no mistake, train hopping is not some simple hobby. It's illegal, it's unpredictable, and incredibly dangerous. But for Stobe the Hobo, that was the appeal, the freedom, the solitude, and all the numerous experiences he got to have with the beautiful scenes and landscapes he captured. Then came November 8th, 2018, and James Stobe reportedly died in a train accident, and that's where the story gets blurry and dark. No one knows exactly how it happened. Some rumors said his backpack got caught on a passing Amtrak train while he was standing on a bridge. Others claimed he slipped and fell from an overpass. No one had answered, just silent. His family, devastated by his death, requested privacy, and fans respected it. But the mystery only deepened the sorrow. What really happened to James Stobe? What were his last moments like?
Hello YouTube, this is Spike. Jim and I go back many years, and last week Jim was killed in a freak accident in Baltimore involving an Amtrak train, and today was the saddest day of my life. November 20th, 2017, Jim Stobe was laid to rest. He showed us that the world is a very big place and open to exploring.
One thing, however, is certain. He never stopped doing what he loved, and even if the rails finally caught up with him, he died the way he lived, riding the wind, chasing solitude, breathing in the wide open air of a country most people only see from a window. It was a tragic and untimely end, yet somehow, for Stobe the Hobo, it felt like the only fitting way to go. But not all YouTube journeys are paved with freedom and adventure. Some begin with hope and unravel into something far more unsettling. On August 20th, 2019, 13-year-old Harley Dilly launched his second YouTube channel, Harley Dilly 2.0. Like many kids his age, he dreamed of becoming a content creator. His videos were mostly mobile Madden 20 gameplay. On December 20th, 2019, Harley left for school, but never arrived. His father waited 40 hours before reporting him missing, raising public concern about parental neglect.
My mom wanted me to go with her to go get a friend, and I said I don't want to. I have work to do, so I want to go home and stay. So she said no. We argued for about a good 5 minutes. And then she snapped. She said she was gonna call police, and she said she already did.
Rumors swirled online, including Reddit threads alleging his parents had a history of locking him out. An older confirmed some of these claims, showing Harley discussing confronted by his mom and threatened.
I mean, this isn't his nature at all. And, you know, my parents were like, oh, just stay positive, stay positive. But me as a mom, this is starting to get too real. Okay. This isn't him.
For weeks, volunteers and police searched. On January 13th, 2020, his body was found inside the chimney of a vacant home across the street. Investigators believe Harley climbed to the roof, attempted to enter through the chimney, got stuck, and died, possibly from asphyxiation. No evidence suggested he was filming content, though some speculated he was trying to escape the cold. His death remains tragic and mysterious, a heartbreaking end to a boy who just wanted to make videos, pulling sympathizers from every corner of the internet.
The city of Port Clinton continues to rally tonight for Harley Dilly, the teenager who got trapped and died in a chimney.
In March of 2014, a video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Whirlpool Hitman, titled with a cryptic, almost prophetic caption, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." At first glance, the video seemed like just another entry in the channel's growing collection. Clips of swirling whirlpools, dangerous dives, and reckless stunts. The man behind the camera and in front of it all was Jacob Cockle, a 28-year-old thrill seeker from West Cornwall, England. His channel, Whirlpool Hitman, was a visual journal of chaos, cave exploration, cliff jumping, daredevil swimming, and above all, whirlpools, dark, spinning mouths of water that Jacob seemed obsessed with. On May 28, 2013, one such whirlpool surfaced at Sanan Cove, a location Jacob knew well, but this one was different. It was larger, stronger, almost alive, and Jacob, drawn to danger like a moth to flame, decided he would swim it. Determined to capture the stunt, he called on his friend David Rain to film the ordeal. True to his trademark eccentricity, Jacob brought a prop, a horse mask. Just like always, he wanted his audience to be entertained, even while dancing with death. The whirlpool roared beneath him as he dived in. His friend filmed from the side, at first impressed, then increasingly uneasy. 30 minutes passed. David thought they had enough.
I reckon you got enough there.
Riding the current of it with your body.
Are you?
Yeah, it's really similar to surfing. Just flowing with it.
You got enough?
I should really make the most of it. I don't know what else to do.
But Jacob wasn't done. He asked for the stick-mounted GoPro to get a deeper shot from within the whirlpool. Then he dove again. And he never came back up. Minutes dragged by like hours. Panic crept in. David rushed around the key and dove in himself. What he found was not the adrenaline junkie who laughed in the face of danger, but a body, face down in the water, lifeless. The video, later uploaded posthumously, took on an eerie new life. That opening caption no longer felt like just a quote. It read like a ghost whisper. At Jacob's funeral, the crowd was so large the church couldn't contain them all. People spilled into the streets, there to honor the man who lived on the edge and died chasing the thrill he loved most. And not every tragedy stems from solitude or personal demons. Some are born from ambition and a desperate gamble for fame, where the stakes were far too high and the consequences irreversible. irreversible. On June 26, 2017, 22-year-old Pedro Ruiz III tragically died while filming a dangerous stunt for his new YouTube channel Damn It Boy in Hallstatt, Minnesota.
I may fail, but if I fail, I want to die trying.
Hoping to go viral, Ruiz convinced his girlfriend Mona Lisa Perez to shoot a .50 caliber Desert Eagle at a hardcover encyclopedia he held to his chest, believing the book would stop the bullet. Despite her strong objections for over a month, Perez, then pregnant with their second child, reluctantly agreed.
I'm just not gonna just set it and just shoot it. No, I'm going to stand behind it, and Mona Lisa is going to shoot it.
Earlier that day, she tweeted they were about to film one of the most dangerous videos ever. About 30 people, including their young daughter, witnessed the stunt outside their home. Moments before filming, Ruiz assured Perez it would work. As she fired from just 1 foot away, the bullet pierced the book and fatally struck Ruiz. His final words were, "Stop, babe, stop." Perez immediately called 911, but Ruiz died at the scene. She later pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter, receiving 180 days in jail, 10 years of probation, and a lifetime ban from owning firearms or profiting from the video.
For her part, Perez received a 90-day jail sentence. She'll serve 90 more days at home in confinement. Perez will also not be allowed to profit from the video, and she is permanently banned, Amelia, from owning a firearm.
Pedro Ruiz's death remains a haunting cautionary tale of the extreme and often fatal risks people take in the pursuit of internet fame. Our next scene takes us to November 27th, 2021, just days after his 57th birthday. Apetor uploaded a video titled, "I am not dead, I'm 57 today."
School.
His words were a strange reassurance, a defiance against the danger he constantly courted, but it would be his final post. Toef, known online as Apetor, was a name that echoed across the YouTube landscape. Born in 1964 in Norway, Apetor lived a life many would simply call strange. His channel, which had amassed over 1.3 million subscribers, centered around death-defying stunts on frozen waters. Clips that both terrified and fascinated his audience. He wasn't just skating on thin ice, he was daring nature itself to come for him. Apetor's stunts pushed the limits of what anyone would dare, but that wasn't the only thing that drew his followers. It was his almost reckless behavior. He would drink entire bottles of vodka while rolling around in snow-covered fields, half naked in sub-zero temperatures, and in an act that left viewers both disgusted and fascinated, he even drank engine oil just for kicks. Then came the day everything changed.
Istniom Rashdinya.
While filming another ice skating video on a frozen lake near the town of Kober, Apetor fell through the ice. In what would be his last message, he texted his housemate to say everything was fine and that he was excited to capture more footage. But when the ice cracked and gave way beneath him, the moment turned fatal. He tried to claw his way out, but the fragile edges shattered with each attempt. The freezing water held him tight. Divers eventually pulled him from the lake and rushed him to a nearby hospital by air ambulance. Doctors fought to bring him back, but it was too late. He had been in the water too long. His partner made a post on Facebook explaining the situation, she said.
He was in an icy lake for too long while filming a video for the Apetor channel. She wrote he was picked up by divers and sent by air ambulance to the hospital.
His final video now stands as the closing chapter of a dangerously bold life. Fans flooded the comments with grief and disbelief. They mourned a man who never flinched in the face of death, until it finally answered. On July 28, 2021, Albert Dyrlund climbed high into the Italian Alps, surrounded by friends, breathtaking cliffs, and a camera. It was supposed to be just another adventure, another video for his YouTube channel. Instead, it would become the last time anyone saw him alive.
Why not?
I don't like you. I like
You don't like me? You don't like me? Okay, here you go. Watch this.
Albert was a Danish actor and YouTuber, widely known for his offbeat comedy sketches and quirky music videos. Since 2016, he had uploaded over 220 videos, slowly building a devoted audience of more than 170,000 subscribers. His content was light, funny, and unapologetically weird, everything his fans loved about him. In 2018, Albert starred in the comedy film Team Albert, a hit that earned him critical acclaim and marked his rise from YouTuber to rising star. But none of that mattered on that final summer day. Albert had been hiking Mount Seseda, part of the Jagged Dolomites, a mountain range carved from limestone and lined with sheer cliffs, brutal drop-offs, and narrow, treacherous trails. As he filmed his journey, he uploaded an Instagram story, smiling, laughing, surrounded by peaks that looked like teeth piercing the sky.
Ooh, it's a ton scarier coming back. Look at this. Oh yeah.
Then, in a sudden moment no camera captured, he slipped. He fell over 600 feet. By the time the rescue helicopter arrived, it was too late. Albert was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities later revealed that he and his friends had been following a path linking two peaks, but it's still unclear what exactly led to the fall. Whether it was a misstep, a loose rock, or just 1 second of inattention, the result was final. The news sent shockwaves through the Danish YouTube community. His death wasn't just a tragedy, it was a brutal reminder that even in the pursuit of joy, laughter, and content, nature doesn't care who you are. To this day, fans return to his channel not just for entertainment, but to remember the boy who made the world laugh until the mountains took him. And next up, with over 600,000 subscribers and 400 videos, the High on Life channel was once a big name on YouTube. Their content had one goal: to show viewers how to truly live, with blood-pumping excitement, edge of danger thrills, and breathtaking adventures. From cliff climbing and diving into sunken ships to world travel and wild exploration, the crew captured every moment exactly as their name promised: High on Life. Their mission was simple: to inspire others to rise up, seize the day, and follow their motto: if you can, you should. But everything changed on July 3rd, 2018. While on one of their usual trips, this time at the Royal Canadian Shannon Falls, the crew was swimming, filming, and enjoying another daring day. No one could have predicted how suddenly it would all fall apart. In a flash, 3 of the crew members slipped and plunged into a pool nearly 100 feet below. Rescue teams responded, but the bodies recovered were lifeless.
Went into one of the pool systems that's up there to go swimming, and 3 of them were walking along the edge of where the pool would be, and at that stage they slipped and fell into the 3rd pool.
The victims were Riker Gamble, Alexi Liak, and Megan Scraper. Riker and Megan were both core members of High on Life, while Alexi was Megan's longtime partner.
Hello friends and family. On July 3rd, 2018, we lost 3 very dear friends of ours: Riker Gamble, Alexi Liak, and Megan Scraper.
It was later revealed that Riker had slipped first, and in an instinctive rush to save him, Megan and Alexi followed, only to share his tragic fate. The remaining crew was shattered, though they released a heartfelt tribute video and launched a GoFundMe campaign to help cover funeral costs. Raising over 30,000 Canadian dollars, the loss left a deep, irreversible scar. The channel never truly recovered. Eventually, High on Life faded away, just as the spirit of its brightest stars had. But while some chased life through adrenaline and adventure, others sought meaning through faith and were willing to risk everything to answer a higher calling. John Allen Chow was a 26-year-old missionary who shared his experiences and thoughts on social media. When he learned about an uncontacted tribe on North Sentinel Island, he felt called to go there. Despite warnings that the tribe rejected outsiders and was known for its hostility, John was determined and refused to be discouraged. With the help of an Indian fisherman, he made his way toward the island, bringing gifts of fish and a waterproof Bible. However, the tribe immediately rejected him. Undeterred, John returned by canoe, but the tribe warned him not to come any closer. Still, he pressed on. On his second attempt, he approached them again, singing worship songs and carrying gifts. This time, a young boy from the tribe shot an arrow at him. Miraculously, the arrow struck his Bible, sparing his life.
Laha! Daga! Daga! Laha!
On November 18th, 2018, for his 3rd and final attempt to make contact, John entrusted his journal to the fisherman who had taken him there. But this time, he never returned. It was the last anyone ever saw of him.
This was a journey American missionary John Chow was warned against taking. The island was off limits to protect outsiders and the tribe, which has no immunity to modern diseases. This morning, investigators are trying to figure out who else might have been involved in that fatal mission.